Hello friends, comment ça va? Welcome to Cajun Charles, your place for Cajun cooking and a little storytelling. Hello friends, Cajun Charles here. Today we're going to make a fricassee, or a stew. But we're going to cheat a little bit. Years ago when I built my house here in Lexington, Kentucky, I was building the entertainment center, and my dad and my mom were here, and I was going to build it, so we went to Lowe's to get some lumber. And I had my table saw set up here in my house that was being built, and my dad came with me, and we went to Lowe's, we bought a bunch of lumber. We get ready to check out. They had just started a big saw that they could cut up your plywood for you. And I had all the measurements for my entertainment center. And I looked at them and I said, "You mean if I tell you what size to cut everything, you can cut it for me?" And they go, "Sure." So they started cutting. And as they cutting, my dad's standing over there to the side. And I looked at him and said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "Man, son, that's cheating. You don't have." I said, "Hey, they got it for me and they're doing it." Well, today I'm going to show you a fricassee, a stew. We're going to do a meatball fricassee. We're going to cheat. I'm going to show you how to speed up the process. Cajun food, as y'all well know from watching my other videos, takes some time. You got to make your roux, you got to do this, you got to do that. It takes a while. Well, there's some ways to cut the time a little bit shorter. We all have things to do. We got the wife works, the husbands work, we got kids, we got grandkids, we got great-grandkids. These companies have come out with some other products. And so today, we're going to use a little Kary's roux to make our fricassee. And I'm going to show you that here in a second. But before I show you that, I'm going to tell you one little story. Boudreaux, him down there in South Louisiana, his father, who was getting a little old, he was in the oil business. Well, he wasn't in the oil business. Actually, he was in the farming business, and they struck oil on his land, so he got him a bunch of money. And then Boudreaux, as he got older, he figured out that his dad had a lot of money. And then as his dad got older, he figured, I'm an only son, I'm going to inherit the money. So he went to a meeting one time, some investment meeting, and he said, "Man, if I'm going to inherit all this money from my dad," and I think they said it was around $20-30 million, something like that. He said, I got to find me a wife so I can share this money with. So he's at this meeting, and they're talking about estate planning and money and investing, and he sees this beautiful woman. Oh, man. So I said, she was gorgeous. So he goes over there, and he introduces himself, and they do a little small talk to him, and they talk, and then they're drinking that little wine, and Boudreaux's having him a little beer. And after a while, he starts talking a little too much, and he tells this beautiful woman, he says, "Hey, I may look like a dumb old Cajun boy," he said, "but I'm going to inherit anywhere from $20 to $30 million from my dad, who's kind of old, when he dies." And so the lady looks at him and says, "Well, can I have your card?" He said, "Well, sure." So he gives him his card. He's got his name and everything on there. She says, "I'm going to see you again real soon." And sure enough, he does. Man, and then a month goes by, he sees her again. She is now his stepmother. So there you go. Women are a lot better at estate planning than we are. So anyway, we're going to get this started here with this Kary's roux gumbo mix. The first thing, and you better write this down, it's kind of hard. We're going to pour in 6 cups of water into my pot here. And then when it starts to bubbling a little bit, boil, we're going to add this gumbo mix to it. And in the meantime, while I'm waiting for that, I got me some red potatoes right over here. I'm going to skin them, cut them up in little cubes. And I got me 6 eggs right here. I'm going to boil. I'm going to add these potatoes and these eggs to my fricassee mix. So I'll get back with you after a while. All right, a little cooking tip. I had 6 cups of water in here. You notice I got my lid on it. Man, when you got your lid on it, it boils faster than if you leave your lid off. Just a little thing. All right, so we got 6 cups of water in here boiling. Now I'm gonna take my little package out of my box here of Kary's Gumbo mix. Get back over there. Just add it to the pot. Take your little whisk it around. Now this has got everything in it. It's got your roux, it's got your onions, your peppers, your seasoning. This is all you got to do. I use this a lot when I'm in a hurry. I don't have much time. And the first time I tried this, I made some gumbo with it. I had to call my mom. I said, Mom, did you try this Kary's roux stuff? She said, oh yeah, it's like cheating. I said, I know, it tastes pretty good. I said, Mom. So once you got it whisked right there, we're going to add some meatballs. Try and get the bag open there. And like I said, you could do this with chicken, with pork chops, but today I'm making meatballs because my son really likes meatballs. Okay, got a few in there. Now, as you can see, I got all my potatoes cut up right now, but I'm not going to put them in right now. If I put them in right now, they'd all disappear. So I'm going to wait about halfway, about 20 minutes or so, and then I'm going to add my potatoes. And right here I got my eggs. I'm boiling some eggs. I got 6 eggs in here. And then once they're boiled and I peel them, then I'm going to add my eggs to my fricassee. So I'll check back with you after a while. All right, I'm sure you're wondering by now, where can I get this? I'm going to have a link down below my video. If you see a little tiny triangle in the bottom right hand corner, you hit on that, there's a description down there, and there'll be a link for this where you can go and buy this Kary's seasoned gumbo mix. And also a little bit later I'm going to add a little bit of this Cajun Chef hot sauce. There'll be a link for that also, so you can buy some. It's been cooking about 20 minutes, so as you can see, it's got just a nice little simmer going. Now it's time to add my potatoes. I'll let that cook in there a little while. So I got my eggs boiling over here, and I got me some rice cooking over there. So we'll let this cook some more, and I'll get back with you shortly. Okay, I'm going to check my meatball fricassee here. You can see I got my potatoes in there and all them meatballs. Now we're going to add 6 boiled eggs. Now I'm sure I've done this before, but remember, when you boil eggs, and then once they've boiled, you pour out the hot water, you add some ice to it. It makes the peeling them eggs a lot easier and a lot quicker. So I'm going to add these eggs to it. Whole boiled eggs. Let them cook in there. We got about 10-15 more minutes to cook. Over there I got my rice cooking. And again, don't forget, this is Kary's seasoned gumbo mix. Just look down there at that little triangle in the bottom right hand corner. You hit the description and you're going to see this if you want to try it. Oh, and before I forget, we're going to add a little bit of Cajun Chef hot sauce to it. Just a little bit. Cajun Chef hot sauce. We're going to have a little thing where you can buy that too, down there in that description. See y'all soon. We're about to do the final test here. It's been cooking about 45 minutes from the time we started. So if I made this from scratch, you're looking at about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So 45 minutes, that's pretty good. And again, it's made with this Kary seasoned gumbo mix. You can get in the description down below. And added a little bit of Cajun Chef hot sauce to it. So we're gonna put a little rice on here. Got some of the potatoes. And one of my eggs right there. Oh, ça c'est bon, yeah. A little meatball fricassee. Ça c'est bon, yeah. Don't forget my website, CajunCharles.com. I'm gonna have my videos and my recipes on there. Ah, ça c'est bon. Au revoir, bonsoir. Hello friends. If you would like to ride along with me in my P-Row and learn some more about my Cajun cooking and hear a few more of my Cajun stories, click the subscribe button below. And if you would like to know when I've docked my little P-Row and ready to cook and tell stories, hit the little bell. Merci beaucoup.